जागते जागते एक उम्र कटी हो जैसे, जान बाकी है मगर सांस रुकी हो जैसे, तेरी फरियाद मेरे दिल जगी हो जैसे।
I think it's a great platform that we have because हमने फिल्म पे बहुत सारी मेहनत की है. It's our baby. We worked on it so hard. This is the time when we want to reach out to everybody and tell them, make them aware that a film like ours is coming out on the 18th of November. वो डेट बतानी है, लोगों से one on one interact करना है, उनको बताना है कि हमने कितनी मेहनत की है, कितनी प्यार से एक फिल्म बनाई है. So I think it's a great media and great medium and sorry, it's been a long day. It's a great medium and we are more than happy to do it. We don't do it every day, so I think we are blessed that we are part of a film like Tum Bin 2 and we've got this opportunity to bring it to you guys, make you aware that a film like this is coming out.
There's no planning actually. We haven't thought of anything that we particularly want to say. It's all straight from the heart, so we haven't like prepared ourselves for anything, you know. This is what we feel about the film. This is what we want to convey to you guys, that, you know, just go and watch it. So it's straight from the heart.
And a lot of coffee through the day keeps you going.
And this is how closely we're connected with the film, which is why we don't really need to prepare much, because abhi bhi still, like, you know, thinking about Tum Bin and going, it just takes us back straight to Scotland when we were shooting, and we get nostalgic, and then it's all so fresh in our minds.
हमने प्रेशर लेना छोड़ दिया.
हाँ, ये अब हमें
अब स्विच ऑफ कर दिया. वो प्रेशर का बटन हमने स्विच ऑफ कर दिया.
Because काफी pressure in the sense यही था कि a lot of people were asking us that how will you be able to match up to Tum Bin the first, and आप कैसे, तो वो comparison काफी हो रहा है. So that's something that we've been dealing with and trying to tell ourselves that नहीं, there's nothing to compare, but it's just that it's a great franchise. It's a legacy that we need to take forward with with simplicity and keeping the freshness of Tum Bin 1 alive. And if I believe if we can do that, and if whatever we've shot, I think अगर वो उस way में आता है, so then I think we've pretty much won the battle. We're just portraying it in a very different and a fresh manner. That's all.
I actually didn't feel any kind of pressure while we were filming it, because I got the film. I was, you know, in it totally. Oh my God, I'm a part of Tum Bin 2. We went for the film. We पूरा shooting कर ली हमने. फिर उसके बाद जब हम वापस आए, and फिर एक plan हुआ कि, you know, audience को बताएंगे हम कि हम ये film बना रहे हैं Tum Bin 2. और जब पहली बार when people got to know that we are making a film Tum Bin 2 was when I realized the kind of pressure that we should have taken at that time.
Talking about pressures, Tum Bin 1 was directed by Mr. Anubhav Sinha, and Tum Bin 2 is also a film that's being directed by him. I think he's a wiser man by the day. He's written the story as beautifully as he must have written the first one. This one's very simple, very beautiful. He didn't want to make another film that it's not a sequel to Tum Bin. It's a brand new film. It's just the franchise which has been taken forward.
मुकेश छाबरा ने हमें मुझे फ़ोन किया था, like he said. फ़ोन किया था और मुझे कहा कि come down to the office. I want to audition you for this film.
Mukesh Chabra is a casting director.
He's a casting director. Film, yeah. And so I went for it. I gave my audition. I gave it my best. Then I got to know that I have been called for another round. So where मुझे कहा गया था कि you'll have to sing and perform on a Shah Rukh Khan song. So I performed on a Aankhon Mein Teri from Om Shanti Om, and I think Anubhav sir liked that because he also is a fan of Shah Rukh sir, as all of us are. And then was the final audition, जो Anubhav sir के साथ में हुआ था.
Actually, the same Mukesh Chabra had given me a call for the same, and he said and I was in Delhi at the time, और मैं राजमा चावल खा रहा था और फ़ोन आया कि तुम बिन के लिए ऑडिशन देनी है. Or I gave it. I went and gave it in Delhi itself, and then they called me for another one, and then another one, and just like the other one, I got another call. So it was 4 rounds of auditions, and then the final one was with a director, Anubhav sir, where he was standing right here, like Aditya said, and audition le rahe the. And I was late for that audition because I was already shooting for another for another film. Or maybe 6, 7 films. So anyway, so I came and then he saw the audition and then he just had one thing to say: if you can do the scene with this much honesty, then I have nothing to say. And I didn't know how to react. I was literally like, "Acha, तो मतलब what do you mean? बात पक्की मतलब मैं रिश्ता पक्का exactly मैं पक्का समझूँ." So yeah, that happened, and then he was, because it had been going on for a while, and they were kind of on the positive side. That's why they've been calling me again and again. And when it happened, it was, I high-fived myself.
See, like it's always been the case that I've tried to pick up roles that are different from one another and try to do stuff that the audience really likes and sees me doing something else every time. So that's why Yangistan was different, Kriti was different, and now Tummin is very different from everything that I've done before. I think I take some time in picking out the scripts that I want to be a part of. So it's been this time a bit longer than usual. But apologies, and I'm going to do many more films at frequent intervals. This has been probably way too long, and yeah, but I'm very happy with the choice that I've made. Tummin is a great film according to me. I've loved the script. It's a beautiful story. It's a beautiful narrative. It's been made beautifully. So I'm proud, happy that मैंने वो break लिया, and then I'm doing Tummin too. The whole story, it's beautiful. It's a very simple story. The narrative is beautiful. I think Anubhav sir's vision was very clear, spot on कि वो क्या बनाना चाह रहे थे. A lot of times you get a bound script, but when you're making the film, a lot of things change. This was one film where the script that I got and the film that we've made is absolutely the same. Thankfully, Mr. Anubhav Sinha, the director of our film, had a very clear vision of what he wanted to make. तो एक बहुत ही प्यारी सी कहानी है. It's a beautiful, simple story which deals with human emotions so beautifully. There's a girl called Taran who's part of this gamut of things, this story. Her character is very simple, very beautiful. A girl probably you would find somewhere living next door. This girl goes through an unfortunate incident in her life because of which her life changes. A very happy-go-lucky girl who was full of life becomes this person who doesn't talk much. She is torn between two people, the two gorgeous men in her life. In the film, Amar and Shekhar, and how she's torn between both of them, the love, finding love, losing love, finding it back again. It's a beautiful journey of Taran through all of this. And I think a lot of things that helped the journey, some excellent music given by Ankit Tiwari. Arijit sang some beautiful songs, Rekha ma'am sang something, Vishal sang something else. So it's a beautiful journey, it's a musical. So a romantic story with some great music, and I love Taran. So yeah, all in all, a lot of reasons why I wanted to do Taran.
We love Taran too.
Yeah. So my character's name is Shekhar. That is something that we have retained from Tummin 1. He's a very mature person at a very early, stage in his life. He's seen a lot of ups and downs, and
although he's just 26, 27.
26, 27, yeah.
Yeah, he's way wiser for his age.
Yeah, I'm like 60 in my head. I feel 60 right now. So yeah. Anyways, so getting back to it. So I enter this journey at a point where she's in a lot of turmoil. Taran, as a character, is in a lot of turmoil, and I, in my own way, I try and help her to get through life and start living again. And then comes another point where there are two rights, and she needs to choose what is right and what is good for her, and that is how Shekhar actually tries to help her in her life.
Actually, I think ये दोनों ही बहुत naughty हैं when it comes to working with them. They've been very naughty. Thankfully not with me, नहीं तो I would have slapped them around because मैं senior थी इस film में as compared to them.
कभी मस्ती नहीं.
But they used to actually हमारी दो stylists थी इस film में निहारिका and सागरिका. उनके साथ तो they used to treat them like footballs. Honestly, they used to grab them, throw them around, kick them around. I mean, it was crazy madness looking at them.
Very respectfully.
We don't treat women like that.
Yeah, we don't.
No.
Very respectful.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, I don't know मैं कितना बता सकती हूँ, but yeah, it's been a mad, fun shoot experience. I've not had so much fun. Actually, a lot of things that remind me of school and college because लास्ट कोई ऐसी फिल्म नहीं थी जिसमें हम अपार्टमेंट्स में रह रहे थे. So we were all sharing one big apartment. Everybody had their rooms and everybody was cooking their own meals. It was like you're back in boarding school, you know.
Yeah.
So we used to pack up. We used to come to these apartments and then everybody used to meet up in the evenings. It was a lot of fun. There were a lot of jamming sessions. There was a lot of music.
Yeah.
We used to go out together. It was more like a family time rather than shooting. Except for when we were actually shooting.
लिटरली दिल की बात छीन ली तुमने. मैं बोलने ही वाला था कि मतलब नेहा ने the way she like treated us, it was oh my god. Aditya, what you like to say?
Totally.
हाँ मतलब
we were beaten, we were bruised.
Shut up! Shut up! Now speak the truth.
No, of course she wasn't demanding any attention because she was getting it from everybody, including us. But yeah.
Initially तो हमने नेहा को इतना भाव नहीं दिया था. दिया था? नहीं, we didn't. उसके बाद नेहा then one she got really upset and she's like कि listen guys, मुझे कोई भाव नहीं दिया.
I don't know where you are taking this.
No. These are all jokes. But no, she's been absolute sport. Yeah, she's never been कि I'm the most senior. When she had to exercise the power, when
I wasn't
when
the most senior.
during amongst us.
No, during the scene also, which was very very good quality about Neha. I'm just in all seriousness. She would literally like if she thought that okay this you're not doing this right, she would that's the time when I would feel bullied, but I would take it obviously in a good stride because she meant good, so it was उस time पे होती थी कि नहीं यार तू ये ठीक नहीं कर रहा है, तू do it properly. So and of course you would listen to her because she's obviously way more experienced. मतलब मेरा तजुर्बा तो काफी ज़्यादा है, but
बरसों का
मतलब कितनी फिल्में पहले मैंने ऐसा कुछ एक्सपीरियंस किया था, but नेहा के साथ was just like as fresh as a daisy. No, but like she's amazing, fantastic.